Good morning, children. So, moving to the next chapter, pair of linear equations in two variables. See, this is what you have already learnt in solving the equations in 8th class, ninth class, and this is now in 10th. And this is like a kind of recollection of whatever we have learnt from real numbers and linear equations, solutions of linear equations, and all that. Right? So now here you have two variables in an equation. Usually, depending on trial and error method, you will be finding that the solution for both the equations. Like so, two equations with similar kind of variables, that is x and y. Suppose if we take what is the linear equation general form? Ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. So that's a general form of linear equation. So suppose if we say that one equation is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. Another equation is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. What we are going to do today is, first let us take few linear equations. Try to solve those equations and find the solutions. For certain combination of linear equations, there may not be a solution at all. For certain combinations, there may be one single solution, that is unique solution. And for certain other equations, there can be infinitely many solutions. When we will get infinitely many solutions, that means when both the linear equations coincide with each other, right? That means they are collinear, they lie one upon the other. And then when we say it is unique solution, that means there is only one particular solution. Then both the linear equations, that means both the lines which represent the linear equations will intersect at only one point. So then we will have unique solution. And the linear equations which represent, that means the two lines which represent the linear equations, if they are parallel, which means that they do not have a common solution. They don't have a common solution. So now for this one, let us see certain examples. Like for all the three cases, let us see three different examples. So if you look at this example, like we have two equations, 3x plus 2y is equal to 80. That is where a1 is 3, b1 is 2, c1 is 80. And the other equation is 4x plus 3y is equal to 110. a2 is 4, b2 is 3, and c2 is 110. Okay, now how to find out, how to do this one? This is like taking x value to be something and then finding y from this equation. How do you find y from this equation? You know 3x plus 2y is 80. Transpose 3x onto other side. Then 2y will be 80 minus 3x. Y will be 80 minus 3x by 2. So that is y. And you all know this one, right? You are of 10th class standard. 80 minus 3x by 2 is y. Now taking x values, different values for x, right? And then determine the y values. And then you can see like for what corresponding x you are getting what particular y value. Okay. So now x is equal to 0, 10, 20, 30 that we have taken. And by substituting that we got y 40, 25, 10, minus 5. So then x comma y locations are like this: 0, 40, 10, 25, 20, 10, 30, minus 5. And similarly for this equation you have taken x is equal to minus 10, 20, 50 and so on. Right? So therefore you can see that yet x is equal to 20. Yet x is equal to 20. Both the equations are giving y value to be the same. Both the equations are giving y value to be the same. That is 20 comma 10 here. Here also 20 comma 10. Now if you plot the graph for each equation, right? For one particular equation, if you plot the graph taking scale on x and y axis, right? And then one equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 80 is one equation, and the other one is 4x plus 3y is equal to 110. You can see that this is the first equation, the line representing the first equation, this is the line representing the second equation, and you can see that they both meet at this point. They both meet at this point. What is that point? Here it is 20 comma 10 point, right? So that means these two equations are having unique solution. They are having unique solutions. You can see that the both lines are getting intersected, right? You know how to plot the graph. Even in the previous chapters we have seen that in 10th class also, right? Alright, so take a screenshot of this, or it is directly from your textbook only. I have taken these examples, right? Try to understand how to solve each one, right? So taking, so from both the equations, you have to first find out the geometrical relation for, algebraic relation for y. And then once when you find the relationship, substitute x values in that relation, and then you will be getting y values, and then write x comma y coordinates, and then plot the graphs, and you can see that at a particular point, that is theoretically also here you are finding, and even graphically you are able to represent that here, that is at 20 comma 10 they both intersect. So this is one set of lines where they have unique solution. What do you mean by unique? That means only one. And here is another example where you have x plus 2y is equal to 30. What is the first condition that you have to write? Find out y, algebraic relation for y. Y is equal to 30 minus x by 2. 30 minus x by 2. So now you have to take different values of x and then corresponding values of y. Find corresponding values of y. Then find out the coordinate points of it. And similarly for the second equation also do the same. So draw the table just like this and find out the values. And now you can see see for any values of x and y in both, for values of x in first and x in second, you can see that no points are matching here. So let us plot the graph. Sometimes children, please be careful. Sometimes here you may not be able to find the intersecting point, but when you plot the graph and extend the lines on either side, there may be a chance of intersection, and from the graph you can find out the point of intersection if at all they intersect. I repeat it, if at all they intersect. If at all they intersect, there is a unique solution. Now let us see what is happening for this, right? Whether they are going to intersect if we extend on both sides, or are they going to be parallel to each other. So if you plot the graph, so the graph is like this. See, you can see that the gap is always constant everywhere. That is the distance, perpendicular distance between two lines is always constant. So therefore that means these are parallel. If you extend this on this side and this, both the lines also, you can see that they are not going to meet anywhere. So that means these two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel, and there are no solutions to this set of equations, right? There are no solutions to this set of equations. What do you mean by solution to set of equations? That means both should satisfy same values of x and y. Did you get my point? Both the equations should satisfy for same values of x and y, and that will not happen in this case. Okay, because there are no common points. Okay, this is the second set of equations. And here comes the third set, right? 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900 and x plus 2y is equal to 1300. I think here itself we can very easily say this equation is almost the same. 3 times of x, 3 2s are 6y is equal to 3 13s are 39. So you are getting, right, from here you can see that they are collinear. Also determine, like 6y is equal to 3900 minus 3x, y is equal to 3900 minus 3x by 6. So this is how we are going to find out the algebraic relation for y. So you know the x and y. Now you for each x value find out the corresponding y value. in both the cases. So this is how you have to draw the table. I can show you the remaining part of the table also here. For exactly the same values of x, you are getting the same values of y in both the cases. In both the cases. That means each and every point of these equations are matching with each other. Right, that means these are collinear. You can see that these two lines are lie one upon the other one. So you can see that these two lines merge together to form as though it is a single line. So therefore these are called dependent equations. Such pair of equations we call them as dependent equations, and these lines are like, what do we say, collinear. They are collinear. So these are the three kinds of sets of equations that we are going to study in this particular chapter. And now how to identify whether they are coincident, that means whether they are like intersecting lines, coincident lines, or parallel lines, right? Whether the equations are dependent equations, consistent equations, right, independent equations, like that. So if we have to know that one, so here is a simple thing where you can compare the coefficients of x, y and the constant terms of both the equations. Based on those values, we can come to a conclusion what type of equations they are. Okay, let's see the tabular form of it. So here so forget about this part, only focus on this. This is the general rule, right? So when a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2, that means the coefficients of x, ratio of coefficients of x is not equal to ratio of coefficients of y terms in both the equations, then they are intersecting lines and you have a unique solution. Now if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 and not equal to c1 by c2, and please remember constant term should not be equal, then they are parallel lines and no common solution for this. So therefore no solution. And if a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2 also, that means all the coefficients and the constant terms ratios are equal, then coincident lines, they are called coincident lines. That means they are collinear. So how many solutions are in common? So every line has infinite points. Now two lines are coincident. That means these two will have infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions, and these are we call as dependent lines. As example, you can take the examples like this. How to compare? 3x plus 2y minus 80 is equal to 0. The first example what we have taken. 4x plus 3y minus 110 is equal to 0. Now a1 is 3, a2 is 4. Now 3 by 4. b1 is 2, b2 is 3, 2 by 3. Now this is not equal. a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. There is no need for you to find out now c1 by c2. So they are intersecting lines and unique solution that we have already seen. Right, the second equation, if we take x plus 2y minus 30, when nothing is there, it means it is 1. Hence he is writing it as here 1. Right, now a1 by a2, 1 by 2. 2 by 4 is also equal to 1 by 2. That means a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. Then definitely we have to compare with c1 by c2. 30 by 66. So that is not at all equal to this. So therefore they are parallel lines and no solutions. That is the second one what we have seen. And now coming to the third one. 3x plus 6y is equal to 3900 and x plus 2y is 1300. You can see this by this 3. This by this 3. This by this also 3. So all three are equal. So they are coincident lines or dependent lines. Infinitely number of solutions are there. Infinitely number of solutions. So children, this is how you have to solve the equations. First try to complete all the examples, right? Plot the graphs. If you don't have graph sheets, you can purchase now because all the shops are open. Purchase graph sheets and please draw the graphs and post all your solutions to me on the graph sheets. Not on the rough graphs, on the graph sheets. Okay? And try to complete as many as from first exercise.